Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to our last art lesson for the school year. We made it! It's almost time for summer, and you should be very proud because I know you all worked very hard to get to where we are. It's been a struggle with the online learning and being away from our classrooms and our friends and our teachers. So, I have a drawing this week that we're going to do together to celebrate just how proud I am of all of you. So, let's get started. Okay, so for this project, we're keeping it very simple. We're going to need a pencil. I'm using a Sharpie, but you don't need one. You can use a marker to outline later if you like. And I'm going to be coloring with some colored pencils later on. So I'm going to have us start out by writing a very simple sentence. I'm going to write it in Sharpie just so you can see it better. You are going to write, "My name is," on the first line, and you'll put your name right at the end. So I'm writing, "My name is Mr. Mackley." And on the second line, you will write, "And I am." Alright, so we're going to get down to our drawing here. We're going to start by drawing a big capital letter R. So you'll notice that I put mine off to the side. You can actually put yours more toward the center. Mine actually is going to end up a little bit lopsided, but that's okay. So once we finish writing our R, we are going to make essentially a bubble letter. So we're going to outline this R just like I'm going to do here to make it a fancy bubble letter. So I'm going along the outside and retracing it. Now, the big thing we want to remember is that you want to draw lightly for these beginning things. The R, we're going to draw a little triangle later because we're going to erase some things. And if you press too heavily, then you won't be able to erase it very well. You'll still be able to see it underneath. So you notice that I have made my fancy bubble letter. You don't have to do it exactly like me. So next we're going to draw what is essentially a big triangle with the nose cut off. And you can see up there that I've sort of got that flat nose. So what we're doing is we're making the Elker symbol, and the nose of the elk is that cut off little bit of the triangle. So I'm doing basically a U, or if you turn the paper sideways, you can write a C. And then I'm drawing just some lines out the back here. You can copy exactly like I'm doing. We're going to trace them later exactly like we traced the R. So I'm going over my lines now, and I'm tracing back and forth. And these are going to be the antlers. And don't worry, boys and girls, if it doesn't look exactly like mine, that's okay. So we're going to draw a little almond shape or a bean shape for the eye and put a little circle inside of it. Then I'm moving on to the nose. I'm drawing a straight line across right where that little cutoff piece is. And I'm bringing the line up and just kind of making a little bumpy line there, and two little circles for the nostrils. I'm drawing some lines for the eyebrows there. And then sort of a line where the mouth is. And I'm just going to start bringing this down. And I just made sort of a zigzagged, jaggy line for the fur. I did that on the outside to cover up my triangle. And then I did another one on the inside. It's going to make sort of a highlight. And then I'm just putting some random zigzaggy lines, some shapes in there just to fill that out. Those are going to stay white when we color. And then I'm just going back and putting those zigzag lines on the top. So next we're going to go ahead and draw a box on the bottom. So it's just a rectangle about as wide as you've made the R and the elk head. And you can see I'm putting it behind the R. So what I'm using this for is I'm going to write Elker Proud in there, and that's going to complete our little sentence that we've made. So just make sure that you give yourself enough room to write Elker Proud at the bottom. And I kept my sentence very plain for you boys and girls just to make it easy for the video. But if you want to add, bold bubble letters or different colors or really get it, exciting and creative in your own, that is definitely encouraged. I would love to see that. So out of the rectangle, you can see that I'm going down halfway and I'm just drawing a straight line out. And then I'm sort of making an L and then a backwards L for the other side. And then I just made a little zigzag line there. This is going to make what looks like a little banner that's folded up. And you can see that I'm putting a few zigzag lines there, but you don't have to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to trace all of these lines. And I'm tracing over every line that you will want to keep. Okay, and then I'm just going to freeze the camera here really quick and erase all of the lines that would be erased after this. Okay, so now with our lines erased, I'm going to go ahead and dump out all of my colored pencils right into a pile here. And then search for the one I want. And then I'm going to go ahead and color it in. So you can see that I've done some outlines here. And I've used the maroon color for our school colors. And I will leave a photo of that below the video on the website for you. So thank you so much, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed our last project together for the year. And I can't wait to see you again next year. Bye.